Welcome back to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for choosing our show. I'm really glad. I don't take it for granted. Time flies so fast. And politically speaking, sometimes when I look at the people who supported William Ruto and all his friends and the way they have made a sharp U-turn, I'm like, politics is really dynamic. The people who used to sing Siu Chawi ni Maombi are now telling us that William Ruto is not the man to be given a second chance. And it seems William Ruto and all his associates are unwanted. They have somehow become a social misfit. If the people are not, electorates are not heckling them, sometimes they would just decide to keep off. They give their functions a wild bath. But one person who really suffered or tasted the wrath of Kenyans is Johnson Sakaja. When Sakaja was campaigning, he used to tell us something that I still remember. Nai itawak. And I remember he used to come to Jeff Koinangi's show. And he used to come with Makwini County Governor. I think that is Mutola Kilozo Jr. And they were given a name, Super Senators, because both of them were senators. And they brought in the vigor of youthfulness in leadership. And they looked like people who really knew what they wanted to do and achieve in their constituencies. And the last debate that Sakaja faced off Igathe Polycarp, Sakaja talked so well, articulating issues that he believes are bedeviling Nairobians. And for some reasons, even those who are supporting Azimio decided that we are not going to look at party affiliation when it comes to voting. And they voted for Raila as the president, but gave Sakaja. And they voted Sakaja at the expense of Polycarp Igathe. But when I'm looking at what is happening in the country, I can't believe it. So Sakaja went for a function yesterday. And I see this video where his convoy is being pelted with stones and people don't care because they are tired. Kindly take a look at this.
Kila mahali buda. Amepasua gari. Amepasua kioo. Yote. Amepasua kioo.
Maka ya gavana. Ya gavana kabuswa. Yini yangu ni nani celebrate.
Nichungie mdozi bana.
Sikia kioo hii.
God damn it.
Shikilia.
God damn it.
Sasa wanafungia gari kwa nini?
Nitirage ya kukia mwana. Kia mwana.
God damn it. Wewe ni kasheria?
Hao ni ule mwingine. Kasheria kwa hapo ndani.
Kasheria kwa hapo ndani.
Kasheria kwa hapo ndani.
Hapo hajaumia. Walipata Lexus.
Shikilia kioo yako sio hivi. Unaona vile nimeshikilia yangu. Shikilia ni vioo zisivunjike. Sawa. Shikilia ni vioo na mikono zisivunjike.
Hapo sawa Gich. Gich hapo sawa. nimesaidia sana.
Saidia na imepigwa.
From where I sit, I don't support, using violence as a way of expressing your dissatisfaction. And I know there are people who might not like Sakaja, but throwing stones it should not be the order of the day. And let me tell you something. The one thing that you do not realize is that, like, there was a vehicle there that were the window panes were all down. What will happen is that they will replace them at a cost and with the taxpayers' money. So sometimes they might even exaggerate again. Something that is supposed to be fixed by 10,000, they will simply write a check of 50,000, because that is how corruption is perpetuated. But then, ladies and gentlemen, what exactly does it mean? Because when you look at, when you see people chasing you, a man who was loved, alikuwa anapenda kugotea watu hivi, they say is a man with the dimples. What exactly does it mean? Kindly subscribe to our channel. If you're watching us for the first time, the best support that you can render to our channel is to just subscribe, click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you if you love our videos, and we encourage comments, whether negative or positive. We don't have to agree because this is a neutral platform. You can also like our videos, and to those who support our channel, thank you very much. This came at a time when there are wrangles within the UDA. And I believe that you all know by now that UDA is undertaking grassroots elections. And Nairobi County UDA grassroots elections have been postponed twice. And there have been allegations of massive corruption, intimidation, and bribery. At some point, we were being told that people who are long dead were allowed to vote or something. There were a lot of mischief in it. And two camps have since emerged. That of the Embakasi North Constituency Member of Parliament, James Gakuya, who is representing Rigathi Camp, and Johnson Sakaja representing Ruto Camp. And both of them are fiercely contesting to ensure that they emerge the winners. And some people are telling me that if they are left on a neutral platform, then Gakuya will beat Rigathi Gachagua. Most Nairobians feel that something is amiss. There are some dots that should be connected, because if you listened when you listened to Sakaja trying to articulate how he would be, handling the affairs of Nairobians and what is happening today, you realize that something is wrong. So there could be a possibility that the Gakuya camp, and I'm not saying that that the camp did it, but I'm just saying that, politically speaking, when you have to look at it, someone must have done it, or some people must have done it. And so we are trying to place all this to someone. And I feel that those who are supporting Gakuya, and it might not have been even planned, or it's not about that Gakuya sat down with them and said that we stone them. No, they just realized that they're supporting Gakuya, and Gakuya said that things are not being done the right way. So there might be a possibility that the Gakuya camp did it because UDA is in a mess. They are messing up the country, and they are messing up themselves. So I have a feeling that if this was executed, then it might have been the Gakuya camp. They are not very happy. It is the Rigathi camp. Rigathi has decided that he's not going to leave any stones unturned. He's campaigning in Nairobi, campaigning in Mount Kenya. He wants to take over. And he wants to ensure that as he takes over Mount Kenya, he's taking over Nairobi. As to whether that will be a success, I don't know. Number two, there are people who are just tired, the anti-Ruto citizens, who are just saying, we don't want Ruto and anybody who is supporting Ruto. And you see, Governor Sakaja is one of Ruto's allies. Even contracts, there's some contracts that have been given to Oscar Sudi, a very close ally to William Ruto. And I know Sudi is a Kenyan, but there are people who are not happy about this and they have complained about it. So there are people who just don't want William Ruto because of the punitive taxes, because the way the government is being run. The gharama ya maisha yameenda juu sana. The cost of living is just too high. Everything is messed up. So there must be, there might have been people who just don't like William Ruto, they don't like Sakaja, they don't like this government, and that is why they decided that we want to express our frustration in our own way. Like I said, we don't support that violence. Political violence is something that is misplaced in this century. I don't know what you think. From where you are you supporting Rigathi Gachagua? Do you think he's the best governor? Do you think he's realizing the promises that he gave? I've seen people come up, people like Babu are saying that Sakaja is busy, buying estates and bungalows within and outside the country. The other day, I saw the parliamentary group in Senate trying to investigate corruption, and it was stated that even in terms of employment, Nairobi County has employed incompetent people. I don't know how that is going to whether how things are going to fold, but 2027 is going to be a game changer. Like in Nairobi, it is going to be very, very competitive. I know Tim Wanyonyi is preparing and is trying to get his ground well organized. Babu Wino, people are telling Babu Wino, this is your time. And Babu Wino has been hitting ground. He wants to take over not only Nairobi, but also Nyanza. I don't know as that will be successful. I don't know, but I can assure you that the loose spirit has landed in Babu Wino. So ladies and gentlemen, that was very unfortunate, but it tells you that citizens are very tired. The problem is one, we all get tired every electioneering year, but when the political class comes to campaign, we take a lot of money, we take bribe. We are given 1,000 shillings and we compromise our fate and our future. So for a whole 5 years, we suffer just because someone gave you 500, someone gave you 1,000 shillings. And to make it worse, we listen to lies. They set up against good politicians, and we don't even scrutinize the statements, promises that are neither here nor there. Today, one of the mistakes that Ruto did was to promise quite a lot, and now he cannot realize even any one of them. Like he said, he would not increase taxes. Now he has increased it. And I know there was Finance Bill 2023, there is Finance Bill 2024, there will be Finance Bill 2025. By the time he's out of office, I don't know.